Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Now, last night we played Crystal Palace. The scoreline was, of course, Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 3. This is going to be my match review. Let's get into the video. Now, of course, if an outsider was to look at the score last night, they would probably think that 3-1, that was a comfortable and easy win for Arsenal, but in reality, that was simply not the case at all. We did actually get to the 90th minute and it was still 1-1, so a draw. Not a great result for Arsenal if it had stayed that way, but you know, in true Arsenal fashion, we did make it difficult, we made it hard, but very, very interesting. The last 5 minutes of the game just completely flipped it on its head, and it was just a typical Arsenal crazy, unexpected performance. Going back to the very beginning then, the starting 11, I was very, very pleased with that starting 11 last night. I was pleased to not see anyone in that side who is rumoured to leave, who wants to leave. I know Leno was in the side and there's been rumours about him wanting out, but other than Leno, everyone in that starting 11 is probably going to be staying at Arsenal. We didn't see the likes of Ceballos, Xhaka, who apparently wants to leave, Willian, who might be leaving. So yeah, I think that was a really good decision to exclude those players and just go with players who potentially and probably have a future at Arsenal. At this point in the video, I usually go on and talk about all of the goals in the game, but something has to be said about VAR. Now, I don't want this to turn into another massive VAR rant, but honestly, it just has to be mentioned because there is definitely an agenda against Arsenal when it comes to VAR and officiating. I don't know what it is, but every single game there are multiple decisions that go against us that just shouldn't go against us, and it is really, really frustrating. And last night was just another example of this agenda, and I hate using the word agenda because I know rival fans are going to think Arsenal are just moaning, are just complaining that things aren't going their way, but there just is something going on with this agenda. I'm so sure of it. I understand that some decisions will go your way and others won't, maybe once every few games, but this is every game and multiple times during just the single game. And I'm going to quickly run over those VAR decisions last night because I think pretty much 2 out of the 3 of them, the main ones, were absolutely ridiculous decisions and that Crystal Palace should have definitely got at least 1 red card. Okay, so the first VAR check I'm going to talk about was the Zaha challenge on Callum Chambers. That was such an awful challenge, 100% a red card. I cannot believe Zaha was still on that pitch after that challenge. It was absolutely insane. Of course, the commentators brought on the brilliant Peter Walton, who said it would have been an orange card. Now, I'm sorry, if that was an Arsenal player who had made that challenge on a Crystal Palace player, much like the Aubameyang one before, they would have got a red straight away. VAR would have made that decision probably in about 0.01 seconds and they would be off down the tunnel. And then the other 2 incidents I want to talk about is firstly the kick out at Kieran Tierney. Yes, he made the most of it, I know he did, but you'd expect maybe that would be at least a yellow card. And then the third incident, the one that really annoyed me if I'm honest, is was the Benteke elbow in Mo Elneny's neck. Again, I'm going to say it, if that was an Arsenal player, they would be straight off down the tunnel. If that was reversed, Mo Elneny, we wouldn't see him again this season. It would have been a very easy decision for VAR, but no, they checked it and they found absolutely nothing wrong with it. So guys, from now on in football, you can just do whatever you want. If you want to punch someone, if you want to elbow them, just do it. It's absolutely fine. There will be no punishment for you. You can just do whatever you want if you're playing Arsenal. Anyway, moving on from VAR, let's talk about the first goal. Of course, it was an Arsenal goal and it was a very well-worked goal between Saka, Tierney and Pepe. Saka with that cheeky little back heel to Tierney, who then put the cross into the box for Pepe, and Pepe finished it very sweetly. I was really excited, you know, I thought we were in control of the game at that point and we were very comfortable. That was until Thomas Partey gives away the free kick near the edge of the box. And of course, what happens next? Benteke scores a header. A player scores who shouldn't even be on the pitch. And again, it was just same old Arsenal, always cheating, as Crystal Palace say. No, same old Arsenal. conceding a goal after giving away a really, really silly free kick. And yeah, it was just so disappointing, and at that point I felt so deflated. Obviously we had this sort of feeling of hope that we could actually finish above Spurs, and at that point West Ham hadn't actually won their game, so it was all to play for with 6th place. Obviously 6th place is not possible for us anymore, but yeah, it was just so deflating when they scored that equaliser. But in the dying moments of the game, Gabby Martinelli, of all people, our absolute love. You know, he is just one of those players that the fans absolutely adore. We always want him to play. We always beg that Arteta brings him on. He scores and he puts us back in front. And honestly, I was so happy for him. He would have been that one player that I would want to score the most. I absolutely love the kid. I think he is amazing. He is so talented. He has such a bright future ahead of him, and yeah, I was so happy for him, and so happy for Arsenal that we had actually sort of gone back into the lead, because I do think we deserved to win that game with every decision that went against us. And then out of pretty much nowhere, Nicola Pepe gets a third, so it ends 3-1 to Arsenal. And you know, we made it hard, we made it difficult for ourselves. It was a draw up until the dying moments of the game, but if you look at the scoreline, it looks like it was very easy, very comfortable for Arsenal, so I'm not complaining at that. Last night just highlighted for me that VAR doesn't work, that they are against Arsenal. The officiating is awful when it comes to Arsenal. It's just another example to highlight that VAR and just refereeing in this country does not work, especially when it comes to Arsenal Football Club. Looking ahead to the final game of the season then, of course we play Brighton, and when you look at the table, the only thing we can play for now is the Europa Conference League, the European Conference League. I'm not quite sure what it's called. There's been sort of debates about whether it's a good thing for Arsenal to be in that league. I'm not so sure. Obviously it will bring money in, and it's great to be able to go out to Europe, and maybe we can play some of the youngsters, but then on the other hand, may it just congest things more, make things more difficult when we could use that time training more and just developing the team more at home. So yeah, it's a bit of a funny one for me. Obviously, I'd love to finish above Spurs, and you know, Spurs can still actually get 6th place if they beat Leicester and West Ham lose their final game of the season. So that is basically all we've got to play for, to finish above Spurs, to potentially get this new Conference League. It's not brilliant, but I mean, at least we've finished on somewhat of a high. We've won a lot of our last few games, and that's a positive in my eyes. Yeah guys, I'll end that video here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do smash a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and also comment. Give me some suggestions for what you want to see over the summer, over this break from football that's coming. I'm feeling pretty sad about it. I don't want the season to end, but at least we've got the Euros, we've got the Olympics. There's a lot of sport going on this summer, so there's lots to look forward to. I'm going to hopefully make a lot of content on those things. Transfer content, the Euros content. I will try and do as much as I can. And yeah, so I'll see you guys all in the next video, which will be on Sunday, the last game of the season. I hope you all have a really lovely end to your week.